Hey, what's up, everybody? Kaler here, coming to you live with pre-market prep every morning, getting you started with your daily needs in the stock market and talking about different things and giving you all the help we can give here. So we welcome you. Smash that like button if you like what you're hearing. Today, we're going to go into our first topic, and we are going to go into our newsletter, and then we're going to hit up what are indexes. So stay in for after the newsletter. We're going to talk about indexes and why you need to know what they are and what they can do to help you with when it comes to maybe some passive trading if you're not wanting to come in too aggressive into the market and you're starting to maybe start off with a smaller portfolio. So let's talk about that after the newsletter. Let's get you to the newsletter right now. Keep in mind, this is our disclaimer here that I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not here to give you any type of tip to make you $1 million. It's literally just me telling you my opinion, trying to help you grow. It's just for educational purposes only. So let's get to that newsletter. All right, we have the daily newsletter here. Elite Trading 3/3/2021 coming into a market with the S&P dropping this morning slightly. We have the quote of the day: "Your self-discovery begins where your comfort zone ends." Adam Braun. Got your bulls for the day: LMD, UWMC, AMRS, HOV, SPCE, Bears, ORLA, LKCO, FGEN, AI, and DDD. We have the news coming up right here. Just want to make sure that we have this in frame and looking good for you guys. So hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you're hedged. Hope you had yourself positioned for this little bit of a dip here. But keep in mind, I think that we're still looking at a green market for the end of the year here. I think it's going to be something that you've never seen before. But there's going to be a pullback before you ever get that big gain. Jumping into the daily news, major indices started strong yesterday during trading hours and faded off in the last few hours of trading. During the early pre-market prep hours, these hours, they have seen a rise in price, but then now we've seen it take a nice little dip, like as we were saying earlier. Biden says Merck will help make Johnson & Johnson Johnson's COVID vaccine in order to speed up production with a goal of 3.9 million doses. This vaccine is a single dose shot that can be stored in a normal pharmaceutical freezer. The EV sector took a strong hit this week while traditional automotive makers seem bullish. Maravai, I think that's right. Maravai, M-A-R-A-V-A-I, earnings beat views. Viva earnings and revenue topped estimates. Fubo TV reported a wider than expected loss, but beat on revenue and subscriber growth. Talking about Fubo, they're going to be doing some fourth quarter stuff, talking about getting into the online betting scene. Trading tips: what is hedging? Understand how to use your margin and understand rotations in the markets. Watching SPCE, LMTR, X, GOLD, and MGM. That's your daily newsletter today with Elite Trading. Let us get you over to the charts, and then we'll talk about the indices here. Well, I thought I had them up, but here we go. All right, so we got you here at AAL. We're looking at the reopening trade's been working. Pre-market, they're up 44 cents. Let's take a look at GM. Pre-market up 27 cents. 51.10 was the line that we had. If you can see here that it gave us some support on this level. I'll zoom in for you. Hopefully this is a little clearer. Hit that like button if you like what you're hearing, guys. If you want to keep this going, let me know. Let me know if there's anything you want us to take care of, look at for you chart-wise. If you have any questions about the group, what we do, what we offer, and why we're here, let us know. We will reach out and have someone on the team talk to you. So 54.11 was the close. Pre-market up 29 cents, 0.54%, even with a market that's pulling back. Let's see what we're doing. Pre-market, we're down 53 cents, down 45. So we had that nice little pullback dip down to 377.14 on the daily there. Checking out the hourly. So you had a 390 pop there. They don't like that 3,900 level. And you know, you're probably going to see some chop here. It's most likely going to bring you back up in here, and then maybe ring you in down here to the final support, that 382.14, or it's going to hang out and chop in this area around 383, 384, and never give anybody a real solid indicator where it's going to go. And then possibly we take a dip tomorrow, and then not maybe a rally into the close on Friday. Possibly, we'll see. We don't want it to break this yellow line. That's in my opinion. This one here, if it comes back through this, then we're going to see some lower lows here. Let's look at Ford. Ford, they said they wanted $13. We said, hey, short-term 90-day play. We called it out at potential downside right here. So we said, hey, you have a potential downside if it breaks this level, and then a long-term 90-day play. And that was in February. On February 1st, we're now 32 days into the play here, and look at that, really close to hitting that 1324 mark. So ring to register if you're happy. If you got in on this thing down here and you're up here, you know, in my opinion, you take a little profit and wait for a pullback, and then maybe you get that 1334. Check out GOLD. GOLD taking a nice pre-market dip of 28 cents. Had a nice little run yesterday. And, you know, typically on these, they get faded on these rips. So watch out for the rip and watch for the fade play here. So could possibly get you another little run to 20 and then come back. But let's see here and see how that goes. I think Jumaya was one that in our group we're talking about. And 44.80 looks like a pretty strong support level here. You might get a nice little bounce off of that. Get at least a few bucks back there, but watch out for these rips to be faded. So I would say that you have a nice support, or sorry, next resistance here. If you can get that high, that would be nice, but most likely I would see it go so maybe about 46, possibly chop around in this area, but watch out for that 46 level. If we go into the 3-minute and get really nitty gritty on it, and I'll drop those in the chat for you, Jamia. All right, let's go into, what's the next one? What's another good one we can look at? Work still chopping. They are really collecting those weekly premiums. It finally took a nice little dip out of here. We were talking about how it was in this consolidation that if it breaks here, it might go to the blue line, hit the blue line, boom, comes back down, and that was our resistance level that we thought we would see. And then we see support at 39.77. So possibly it won't give us all the way there, but it possibly might get us all the way down to 40 in that area of 40 maybe. So watch out for that. I know you've been in the markets lately. People have been talking about that. Not much there. We'll do one more. Let's look up maybe QS. That's I know I don't trade that one, but I know a lot of people do. It looks like it's catching support. Looks like it wants to get another run for a squeeze. So watch out for that one. QS up 139 in the pre-market. I like that one today. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. everyone on that one. So this is what we do in here. You know, we hit up stuff in here. We drop links, drop comments, questions. Over 300 people. Boom. It's in there. So let's get you over and talk about what an index is. I'll be right back into here. We're going to go live right now into my pretty face again. Hit that like button. Smash it. Drop a comment. Let's go. All right. Just give me 1 second and get my little note up here. Helps me with my... All right, we're all set up here. So what is an index fund? Why do you need to know about it? How do you measure an index, and what do they actually do? Why would you need to know about it, and how could it help you as maybe a passive trader? So an index is a method of tracking the performance of a group of assets in a standardized way. Let me simplify that for you. So basically what it means, if you have 10 friends that are all weightlifters, they all are lifting weights, and we calculate how much they can lift, like their max weight, and then we get the average of what their weightlifting ability is for their max out, that would be their index. And then as the different weightlifters can lift more, it will fluctuate and change the price of that index, because other people can lift more than the others, and it'll rise and fall as those people either stop working out and maybe can't work out as much, or if a stock market is going up or if it's going down, if different stocks move in a different direction, it's going to change that whole number. They use a lot of indexes to monitor the markets all across the world. They monitor everything between oil, gold, cattle, technology. If you're talking about the NASDAQ with over 3,000 components, and they're really heavy on on the tech stocks. And then you have the top three, which would be the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. So you can look at those three if you want to take a look at what they offer you and why are they there. They're really good measurements of the market and keeping you informed on what's really happening as a whole. And basically you can take some key takeaways from what an index is and how you can use it. An index measures the price of a performance of a basket of securities using a standardized metric and methodology. So indices in a financial market are often used as a benchmark to evaluate an investment performance against indexes in a financial market are often used as benchmarks to evaluate an investment's performance. So like if you're looking at a sector and you're like, how is this performing? And you can look at an index and say, okay, this is performing this way over the last few years, 5 years. It's been moving in this direction, and this is how this group as a whole is performing. Passive index investing has become a popular low-cost way to replicate the returns of popular indices such as the S&P 500 index or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So if you want to go out and find individual stocks, you can, or you can get a whole group of them and you can purchase them as a whole and see how they're rising as a certain index can help you do that. So take a look at other indexes out there if you want to know maybe more like the global indexes, like the MSCI World. It covers 23 countries and all the major stocks in there, and it has it gives you more of a whole of what's going on in all 23 countries. And then you have even the emerging markets, the MSCI emerging markets. You have the S&P GSCI commodities, which would research and take a look at what's going on with gold, silver, cattle, everything, etc., oil. So if these things help you, if this is something that you want to see every day, smash that like, drop a comment, what you want us to talk about, and we might be able to answer your question in the near future and get you on the show talking about it together in the comments or even live. If you want to come on with us, we're more than welcome to have any guest that wants to come on the show. All you have to do is reach out to contact elitetradinglive.com. That's contacteliteTrading.com. Sorry. I just got the cue that I messed up there. It's elitetradinglive.com. So make sure you do contact@elitetradinglive.com. We'll drop the link below. Hit that email. Send us the email. Let us know what you want us to talk about, what you want to do to grow our team and help us grow. So if you have anything you can help us with, send that email. Stay in the green, my friends. Stay blessed. Go for your goals. Don't let yourself sit there and not be able to make the best out of your life. So, take advantage of what's out there and learn and grow. And we hope to see you guys in the live chat here soon. We have a link in there. Join us. Grow with us.